Welcome to MLB The Show 18. Get you up to speed on one of our new features. A manager checks in with his ball club.
Downtown Baltimore and Oriole Park on a Friday night. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Baltimore Orioles. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Bryant Samuel will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Ready now for Baltimore. Melvin Fontaine coming into this one. His season home run total tops in the American League. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. 32 now for the season as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
Striding in for Houston, Jack Warren. 1 for 3 back on Wednesday. 2 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Fountain has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're down 2-0. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Melvin Fontaine. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got. In store for us here. And now time is called for and granted by home plate umpire Clyde Washington. Here comes the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Here's another 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitting.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So it's 4 runs on just 3 base hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll go now to the top of the third. It's the Orioles 6 and the Astros nothing. Ready for another shot now, Philip Shim.
First baseman number 10.
Espinoza, the runner at first with 2 gone. Out towards second. Fielded cleanly. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Astros leave 1. Deficit holds at 4. It's 7-3. Riding in once again, Melvin Fontaine. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Melvin Fontaine.
First pitch of the at-bat. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. Trying to send him packing for the second time. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, what they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located.
Melvin Fontaine will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Drilled to the left side. And that's through for a hit.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Digging in once again, Chauncey Dow. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Chauncey Dow.
Lifted in the air out to left. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 8th inning coming up. The O's lead this thing 7-3.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them, like professionals are supposed to do. Well done.
And tonight's final 7-3. The Baltimore Orioles jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jeff Hoffman earns his team leading 11th win. Jeffrey Parson allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Orioles. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base.
Broadcasting live from Oriole Park at Camden Yards here in Charm City. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles baseball coming up next. Jamison Taillon, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Stepping in, Melvin Fontaine. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500.
Ready for another chance? Melvin Fontaine.
Melvin Fontaine.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. With runners in scoring position this season, Fontaine hits a little over the 270 mark. Ball 2.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
Here he comes on 2-0. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Now the 2-1. Hard hit towards center. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy, runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
Digging in to try it again, Keith Carnes, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Freddie Schuler. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Freddie Schuler.
Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. This side is retired. Orioles settle for 1. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Astros on top, 3-1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Melvin Fontaine. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First delivery to him on the way. Hammered the other way to deep right field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Ready once again, Keith Carnes.
Keith Carnes.
Here's the 3-2. Hit on the ground to third.
On the bag, right here, on the bag.
Throw in time at first for out number 2. And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Freddie Schuler. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And he missed with it there, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third. In now for the O's, Bob Drysdale, and their runners at the corners now.
Bob Drysdale.
He loses him on ball 4.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Striding in, Brian Rosa. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Left fielder, Brian Rosa.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up, and this should get him out of it. Fernandez is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. Orioles leave him loaded. Score holds. It's 3-1. Standing in, Melvin Fontaine.
Second baseman, Melvin Fontaine.
Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. Here comes the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Chopped weakly to the left. Reined in. They'll force it up to second, and they do get the out there. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Great job of hustle there by the base runner. That looked like an easy inning-ending double play. Now runners at first and third with 2 outs.
So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Pete Carnes, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base. And after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Orioles settle for 1. 7th inning coming up. Houston leads this one 3-2. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Eric Perez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball to second. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Stepping into the box, Melvin Fontaine. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hot shot down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Oh, he gets a glove on it here to knock it down. And he's safe.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Gil, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Up next for the Orioles.
So coming to the plate, Pete Carnes. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Hit hard on the ground at first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Candelario isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. Orioles strand a couple, and the deficit remains 5-2.
Wow, nice job there, notching career save number 159. Hey, I had 158 saves in my career, so I'll be in his rearview mirror forever. He's a good one, and we'll see how many more he can rack up.
5-2 the final today. The Houston Astros with a division-leading 60th team win this year. Henry Encarnacion gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Sam Roberts records the save, his 39th of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros. 5 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base.
Sunday afternoon baseball from Baltimore. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Baltimore Orioles. The 2 men you see there go head-to-head coming up next. Leroy Wint gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, listen, you don't have to know much about statistics to know that this is a bad one. How about this guy on the year as a starting pitcher? Left-handers are hitting over 300 against this guy. He's going to have to change something or he won't be pitching very long in this league.
So digging in now, Melvin Fontaine. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch out, nothing doing. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. He's such a consistent performer this year, and coming in, he's right up there in the American League leaders in hitting. I love watching this guy play, and I hope he puts on a show today.
Next up for the Stros, Steve Rogers. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. Here comes the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. Fountain takes it in. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Coming to the plate now, Danny Startup, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. The 0-1 on its way. And a breaking ball's bounced out towards second. Fountain gloves it. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game.
That's good hitting right there. Put the ball in play and let the guy trot home from third to put your team on the board.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Eric Perez, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 1-1 pitch. Now, attempt here. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line. Digging in, Melvin Fontaine. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Hit on the ground out to short. Fernandez right there. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth. Ready now, Melvin Fontaine. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Melvin Fontaine.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1 out, nobody on. And it's 1-2.
All right, let's take a step back right here. He's down 1-2, 3 fastballs in a row. There is no way he's throwing him a fourth.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Smoked on the ground left side. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Way to swing the bat.
That's got to be frustrating for the pitcher right there. He's well aware of who's having great seasons and who's having the tough seasons at the plate for the opposition. This guy put him in the tough season bucket, and he just gave up a knock to him.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Pete Carnes.
Pete Carnes.
Now a snap throw to first, and he'll dive back in. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Moving under it, Rubel. And that's the second out of the inning. Digging in, Jeimer Candelario. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Hit the other way out toward right field. Rogers is there, and the side is retired. One left for the Orioles. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Now at the plate, Nicky Rubel.
The left fielder, number 31, Nicky Rubel.
Fernandez over at second. Vasek on at first with nobody out. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up. One there. On to first, and they get the double play.
Not what you expect from your 3-hole hitter when the first 2 guys get on base. That's pretty deflating. But now we'll see if the cleanup guy can still pick up the runner at third.
Now at the plate, Melvin Fontaine, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. He's set, and the pitch. Back up the middle. Fielded cleanly, and a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. So it's striding forward now is the DH, Otis Agee.
Designated hitter, Otis Agee.
Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Herman comes up with it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first. Well, it's almost automatic for this guy as he puts another game on ice. That's save number 40 for the season. Clearly, this guy is one of the best in the game.
4-2 the final score today. Houston led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Alberto Mateo notches his 3rd win of the year. Sam Roberts hammers down the save, his league-high 40th of the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the
A coach admonishes a hitter about pitch selection. A player who lacks plate discipline will likely get dismantled by top-notch major league pitching.